You know, you might think the baits we fishing with are called sissy baits, but now they're called finesse baits. And it doesn't take a big bait to catch a big fish, largemouth or smallmouth, and these lures will work on smallmouth and largemouth. Stay tuned next, right here on Fishing University, to learn how to catch these big smallmouth on finesse baits from Slider Lure Company. Hi, sports fans, I'm Charlie Ingram, and welcome to Fishing University. Today we have with us Charlie Brewer Jr., the manufacturer and owner of Slider Lures. And we're gonna be fishing a new bait, not a new bait, the bait's been around, I guess, since the 70s that Charlie's dad came up with, called a bass grub. And we're gonna be fishing for smallmouth here up on Lake Champlain. And I think you'll really learn a lot about how to catch these smallmouth. Chuck, you got two pretty nice ones there we just caught, hadn't you, man?
I sure have.
I
believe we'll put them back and let someone else catch them.
There you go.
There you go.
A lot of times, you know, you catch one and it'll activate the rest of them, make them get up there, you know.
Well, you know, I've had times when I've caught a bass and have other bass follow it up to the boat, so.
Oh, yeah, you know, boy, that's when it's really good, when you're doing that. Isn't it? Oh, man, that right there hit it, they're working it right down that ledge. Another good one there,
It sure is a good one.
There must be a wad of them right here on this little ledge. I'm gonna try to hold us out here. We don't need to get the boat up on top of it. Oh, that's a darn largemouth. Right in there with those smallmouth. That's very unusual. You know what? Okay.
You're not gonna turn them down though, are you?
No, I'd like to have a bag of what we're catching here in tournament sometime. One thing about your baits is, you know, most of the time you can catch a limit on it, which in a tournament situation, a lot of times it makes a lot of difference, you know what?
It sure does.
We can throw.
You can catch your limit of just, you know,
That's a
even minimum
14
size.
incher, you know.
That's enough to win the tournament.
Yep. Maybe not win them all, but you at least make a check, you know, most of them. Yeah, throw one right up on that rock over there on that point. If you can, just drag it off there. Now that might get something going. That's perfect right there. You got everybody up in front of us.
There he is.
You
There
sure?
he is, Charlie.
You got him?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Little smallmouth.
Yeah.
Come on out here.
Good one. Come on over my head with him. There you go. You got him.
Look at that smallmouth.
Yeah. What color you say that is?
Well, that's a new color we've got. Call it muscadine.
Muscadine, like muscadine wine?
Well, yeah, sort of like muscadine wine. It's got a little purple in it, a little green glitter.
Huh.
A little grape color to it. And
yeah, what you've done is put a new trick on me and got a new color, right?
sure have. You gotta try to do something to stay ahead of you a little bit.
Yeah, I know how you are.
Anyway, there you go, smallmouth bass.
Yeah, I hope we catch one a little bigger than that one.
Well, they're all fun. This,
That's two bites you've had. You give me this off-brand color.
yeah. You see right here, this has got a little purple on this side of this grub with a little green glitter in it, muscadine. And then on the other side, it's a little more of an amber color.
And you make that in the slider too?
Not yet, but we're probably going to start making it in everything we've got.
Well, I'll tell you, I like that color. That's a good-looking color.
It's actually came out with it on one of our smaller grubs and went over so well we started using it on others. It is a good color.
So you sort of just swim that along, or how do you work that
Well,
thing?
there's different ways. Sometimes just throw it out and swim it back, and just the tail action on the back and just coming straight back across is all I need to trigger a reaction from the bass. But right now we've got a rocky bottom, and I'm sort of pulling it along and letting it fall down into the rocks.
Yeah, I got you.
And trying to get a pickup as it drops. We've got this rigged weedless using our 1/8 ounce spider head, and as long as you've got it rigged up like that, you can crawl the bottom and you don't have to worry about hanging up. Get him there, Charlie.
I don't know what I got. Little one. They're hitting it down there pretty deep. I mean, really.
Mm-hmm.
I think we'll catch a better one than that before the day's over. Did your dad develop this tail on this grub, Chuck?
Yeah, he sure did. He spent hours and hours and hours testing over many months, or really years, on anything we've developed. And this particular grub here, going way back in the 1970s, he used to just make these up on his own. And
Just to fish with, you mean?
Just to fish with, you know. He always mostly used a slider worm, but at times they did like a little shorter and chunkier lure. So he would make these up on his own. And after several years, we just said, well, you know, what the heck, you know, we've been catching a lot of fish on these. We just need to make them up ourselves, start producing them. So we did. And, you know, it's right at 3 inches, which, you know, after examining a lot of fish, you know, over the years, we would clean or whatever, seeing what they ate. You know, most everything was 2-3 inches, and
Yeah, that's,
not
that's
over
ideal
4
size.
inches. So it kind of gets down to the size that most of the bass seem to like. There he is, got a pickup. Whoop.
You just let them have that a long time, huh?
Well, I generally do.
You never did any tournament fishing. You just like to play with them after you get them out there
That's
instead
right.
of playing with them in the boat. I got you. What you want to do, I guess, and Chuck, you might help me with this a little bit, is you actually just bring it off as shells of that rock. And in the wintertime, of course, you might want to parallel it a little more, but you just kind of let it fall from one shelf to another. You know how rocks kind of step down like that?
Mm. I think where we got those shallow shelves out there, just swim it out a little. We get a little deeper water and then maybe let it drop down.
And might be a little better one. A largemouth. Humming iron.
Yeah.
Sure is. Something that's very important is your electronics when you're fishing for, especially fish early in the year like this, you know. And you look for, today we're gonna be fishing on relatively shallow water, but this grub will catch fish in 15, 20, and 25 foot deep. Mostly on structure, on rocks and things of this nature is the best place to seem to fish it. So you need something that'll really show you those rocks. I like to fish it on the edge of drops, and even on bluffs, you can sort of tell how deep they are in the real cold wintertime to be able to fish it on bluffs, to be able to cast it and keep the bait in the strike zone. And by how deep they are, I mean by how deep the shad are. So that's pretty important to be able to see that.
Charlie, they're gonna make these sliders illegal. You keep on like that.
I'll tell you what now.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Watch out, we got a
That's
double
that
going
wine
here.
colored one.
We got a double.
Have you got one too?
I sure do. Look at that jump.
How big is that one?
Not as big as yours.
Good.
He must have jumped a couple of feet.
Did he really?
Sure did. Look at that. Come on up here.
Come here. Huh. Look at what big old fish. Man, I tell you what now. That wine color one will really catch
I
me.
tell you what, we may have to keep these secret to ourselves. What do you think?
I don't know. I hope it don't any tournament guys find out about this before we come back up here. There you go, Chuck.
There we go.
That's two good ones. Muscadine wine color. Whoever heard of that? That little better one. Well, darn it. Why is it, Chuck, that a lot of the bigger smallmouth you'll catch them on when you first cast it out there and it falls to the bottom? And really, that's when most of them bite it, just as it's going down the first time. It seems to me like that happens a lot.
Well, I don't know. I think those bass are kind of in the area and they just tuned in for something.
Fall out of the sky.
Yeah. So if it's something making a little commotion like that, and they do hit it on the drop. I believe I've got one right here. It's picked me up, Charlie. There we go.
You got one?
That's it.
Yeah.
He started running back toward me. When they come towards you, it's a little harder to set the hook.
Huh. Come on around up here.
You gotta catch up on them a little. Smallmouth.
That's what your dad liked to fish for, wasn't it?
Sure was. Come on, Bass. Come on around here and we'll
Look here, Chuck. Look here, Chuck.
get him in here.
Oh, look at this one, boys. Yeah.
I'll just put mine on hold. We'll take a look here.
I'll tell you what.
Whoa, look at
what
that.
a jump.
Look at that.
Woo, baby.
Look at that. That's what I like.
Yeah, that jumping.
I like that jumping.
Golly.
Let me get out of your way here.
We got him, Chuck. You got yours?
I've got him.
You gonna get that one?
Sure.
All right, get him.
Okay, okay. How you like that? On the watermelon with the
Yeah, that
copper and
red
the
and gold
flake.
flake.
I'm just swimming mine along real slowly.
Yeah.
I can feel it
Bumping
a
those rocks.
Yeah, bumping a rock every now and then.
You better throw that out there,
Get it.
Chuck. That's not a very big one. Old smallmouth will back off of that point just a little bit.
Watch, look at him jump.
Whoop. What I'm gonna do here is back reel a little bit. I don't use much drag because I don't like when I set the hook to hear that reel slip, you know? So consequently, I'll just back reel with them. Oh, what a healthy fish. That's one thing about these fish up here in the north. Boy, they are sure in good shape.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of these fish never get fished for. I mean, really, you know, just nobody ever really fishes for them. I wonder how many fish you can catch on one of these grubs before you have to replace, put a new one on it.
We can get several on it.
Now, does this cost more than the slider does?
About the same price. You get
Really?
15 grubs in a bag and you'll catch several bass on one grub, and I mean, it's a bargain, you know, it's probably in the $2 range.
Really? Yeah, you can fish 2 or 3 days with that, I bet.
That sure can. You just keep a tally and see how many you can keep on that, catch on that one grub.
I got you.
That's what's called do nothing fishing.
Got a backlash. Look at this. Biggest smallmouth today came right on the boat out here in about, I don't know, 7 or 8 foot of water. Chuck, give me a little help.
Okay.
Wait a minute, let me get him around this trolling motor up here.
You know,
Yeah.
that happens a lot fishing with these grubs
Does it really?
and slide worms. That's where the expression do nothing fishing comes from.
There's no bad way to fish it, huh?
No, sometimes you just let it fall and not do much at all and just sit there and it'll look natural and they'll pick it up. But good bass there.
I don't think I'll try that though. I think I'll put it back on the Mitchell 308.
There he is. There he is.
You got one?
Got one.
Whoa, good one too.
Come on.
Laying him back there beside
Come
that
on,
big
let's
end.
jump. Jump. Right off that rock ledge, Charlie. There, back crank a little bit. I got back crank a little bit.
Thank you. Back crank. Yeah, you use the same kind of deal I did, didn't you? Oh, Chuck, that's a good one.
It sure is. I'll take these any day. Up here in this,
Go around the motor with him, Chuck.
yeah.
He ain't that big, about 4 pounds. Oh, I'll be darned.
We lost him. I guess he got on something there. That's okay. We'll throw him back anyway, right? Yeah, hold on. You got to tie me another.
Cricket?
Here, just let me have that one. While you fish.
Nope, you ain't getting mine. Give me a head, let's see. The best knot, a polymer knot. And all you do is run it through the lure eye and then run it back through. And you got a loop going through it. And then you just take that and tie a knot in it.
It's a regular old knot.
Just a regular old overhand knot. And then You got that like that, and then you run the lure back through the loop.
Mm-hmm.
And you just pull all that tight. I like to just touch it with my tongue so it kind of lubricates that knot. And that's it. And then we just cut that tag end off there and you be ready to go.
Okay. Let me get my trimmers here and we'll trim it off.
Got it.
Okay.
Now, show them how to rig that bait you've been rigging there, Chuck.
Okay. What have we got? One of our spider heads here with a 3/0 hook. It's for Texas rigging, where you could rig these bass grubs weedless. So basically all you do is just take this and just take the hook and bite into the head of the grub, maybe 1/8 of an inch, slide it down all the way. So it's like this, and then we just push the grub forward and bury the hook into the grub, like so, and kind of straighten it up. So that's the way you rig it, tail down. Now, another thing I like to do in any other plastic, I like to go ahead and push that hook through the grub 2 or 3 times just to soften it up even more, and then back it up so that the hook is just below the surface of the grub, and makes for easier penetration when you set the hook.
Boy, that felt like good the way he bit it. I don't know how big he is.
Oh, yeah, there you
man,
go.
look
There
at
you
that.
go. There you go.
Oh, man.
Like dynamite.
Whew. Come here.
Did you get that on my muscadine color?
Yes, sir. I caught him on that wine-colored one. Sure did. I believe, you know, the good part about Chuck is with your fishing, you learn a lot about colors and a lot about what fish will bite and what they won't bite. And that helps us as anglers to be able to go out and use those baits, you know, and catch them.
Well, you know, it's a two-way street too, because I need the anglers to tell me what how they're doing and what they think too.
Boy, isn't that a pretty one?
It's a pretty one.
I'll guarantee you.
There he is.
You got one?
There he is, Charlie.
No one. Oh, that's another big one.
Well,
Yeah, I'm
whoa,
telling
there
you, it's
go.
another big
There
one.
you go.
All right, come on around up here, Chuck. Every man for himself.
That's right.
Oh, that's a good one, too.
Yeah, did you see him jump?
Yeah, I saw him jump. What do you mean did I see him jump? Certainly I saw him jump. Goodness, what a fish. I believe you're going to give me one of those, what do you call him, blackberry
Well,
colors?
This is our new muscadine color.
Muscadine. I think what you're doing is get them drunk before they're going to muscadine wine
Well.
color. You going to play with him down there all day?
Heck yeah. This is fun.
That's a good one.
It sure is.
Get this rod out of your way.
You'd say I'd make a good tournament fish.
I'm telling you now.
There we go.
Yes, sir. Had him hooked right in the top of the mouth, too. That's a good best
Where it's
place to
supposed
do
to
it.
be.
Well, sports fans, that winds up another class on Fishing University. I want to thank Charlie Brewer Jr. for teaching me how to catch these fish. And by the way, he's from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee, about 30 miles from my house.